Hello everybody, it's the Doctor. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Trek Online. Today I've got something very cool to show you. I have not yet seen it, and I cannot wait to see how this works. But as of yesterday, the final reward for playing the new featured episode was released. I am talking, of course, about the Delta Alliance ships that you can call in, basically. Pretty much like the Nimbus Pirates Distress Call, but this is a Delta Alliance Distress Call. Not a pirate, just a Distress Call. So if you go to the mission or episode, featured episode, Broken Circle, I can't even show you it right now because it's still on cooldown on the replay, but if you go to it and replay it, one of the mission's rewards is that Delta Alliance Distress Call. So I've got it in my inventory. Yeah, I've got a very full inventory. Tell me about it. I need to go clear this out sometime. Delta Alliance Reinforcements is what it's called. Beacon. A Delta Alliance Reinforcements Beacon, excuse me. Very long name. They're different than the Pirate Distress Call, they call that one. Nimbus Pirate Distress Call. Okay, basically, signals for a strike team of 3 Delta Alliance escorts to assist you in combat for 35 seconds. Same as the Nimbus one, which says it signals for a strike team of 3 Nimbus Pirate vessels to assist you in combat for 35 seconds. So both are 35 seconds, and I'm interested to see what ships the Delta Alliance Reinforcements actually uses. I don't know why I clicked use, that was the wrong thing. As long as you have it in your inventory, it should work. You just have to put a button in your hotbar. It says, this device is a distress call beacon that will call in a strike team of Delta Alliance escorts. The ships will provide assistance for up to 35 seconds, after which they will return to the Armada. Cannot be used while piloting a small craft. This shares a cooldown with the Nimbus Pirate Distress Call. That's what I was afraid of, and it is true. So the Nimbus Pirate and this one both share the cooldown, so that means once you use one, the other one's going to be on a shared cooldown, so you can't use both together. I was hoping you'd be able to, because wouldn't that be cool? You could call in your Nimbus, and then at the same time, or even a shortened period, call in your Delta Alliance right afterwards, and have both of them to help you, but no, you only get one or the other, and you have to wait for the entire cooldown period. That's going to suck. But we'll see what this thing is capable of doing. It has a 15-minute recharge. Oh, that's right, 15-minute recharge. So that is a pretty long recharge to use one or the other. So really, you're just going to have to make a decision. Do you want to use your Delta one or do you want to use your Nimbus one? Because anytime, let's say during an STF or anything in this game, 15 minutes, you're pretty much already done with what you were doing. That's a lot of time there. So by the time, let's say you're in an STF, you're doing ISA, for example, you know, that whole mission can be done in way less than 15 minutes with a very good team. You know, you can go snap through that in a few minutes. So this whole 15-minute recharge, by the time it's recharged, you can't use the other one. So you've got to kind of make your decision which one you want to use. So I guess they're just giving you a different kind of distress call, but they're not really expanding your powers with it because you can't use 2 of them or the same within a short amount of time. The 15-minute recharge is a long recharge time for something in this game. So it is affected by some skills. It seems that Starship Graviton generators affect it, and particle generators also affect it, which I find interesting. So does that mean it has more of a science-y slant to it? If you have a lot of, let's say, power in auxiliary, is that going to really buff up the abilities on your Delta strike team? And then exotic damage on top of that. It sounds like maybe they'll be using some exotic damage abilities. I can't wait to see how that works. So I am using this on a science character. Note this is my main character, the Doctor. He is science. He is max level. He has a lot of power into auxiliary, and I have other ways to buff auxiliary power if I need to. And he does, I believe, have skill and exotic damage. Somewhere. Yeah, particle generators. Yes, exotic damage. So I've got my particle generators maxed. I even have graviton generators maxed, which it said it uses too. So my skills are maxed for this. So really, I've got my skills and my power set for this thing already. So we'll be able to see it at its full ability here. So what I'm going to do is first make an icon down here because you need an icon. I'll take something out real quick. We'll take fleet support out real quick. Oh, I need to be in space. No, it's locked. Duh. Let's take that out. Now let's add my Delta Alliance Reinforcements Beacon. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I want to see how both of these react to enemies, how both of them attack enemies, and what kind of power and damage they can do. So I'm going to fire off both of them. Now obviously there's a 15-minute cooldown between usage. So what I'll probably do is fire off one and we'll see how it, you know, attacks the enemy and how it works. And then I'll pause the video, wait for it to cool down, and come back when it's cooled down and hit the other one and show off its ability also to take out the enemy. And then that way we can kind of compare them and see which one you would rather use in the heat of battle. So for comparative sake, the first one I'm going to hit is the Nimbus one, simply because it was the first one out there and it's the one that everyone's going to compare it to. So let's hit up the Nimbus. What we're going to do is we're going to do the not the initial attack here because it's just a couple of ships, but the first round of ships we get. I'll hit it there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it do its thing, and I'm not going to attack the enemy. I'm going to let it attack the enemy solely so we can see how much damage it does. Now my question is, I wonder if I should go ahead and buff my auxiliary power before I do it or not. Let's assume that somebody doesn't have a really good auxiliary build. They don't have a lot of auxiliary power. They're using this maybe on a non-science character, so for that I will not buff the auxiliary power. Note mine is at 78, which is pretty high anyway, but I'm not going to buff it manually any higher than that for this run. Maybe I'll do it again on another run and see if that makes a difference. That'll kind of give us a good comparison basis. So let's take out these couple of ships here first. Okay, now that we got them out of the way, it's this first wave I'm going to use the Nimbus on. And again, I'm not going to attack them. I'm going to let Nimbus do his thing. So I'm not going to buff anything. I'm just going to kind of leave everything where it's at right now, and I'm just going to use Nimbus. Now I think I do have to fire on them at least once for it to pop up, though. Let's see. Yeah, see, I've got to fire on him at least once. I'm going to fire and then pop Nimbus. So fire, come back out. Now I'm going to pop Nimbus. So there's Nimbus. We've got a frigate, a Breen ship. So you guys can see what the damage it's doing to these enemies. I'm not firing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting them do everything. Let me zoom out a little here. And of course the Benthans are also helping too. I can't avoid that in this run. They're doing quite a bit of damage. Not to these ships though. And it's already gone. It's been past 35 seconds. So yeah, my Nimbus is gone. Now it's just the Benthans really doing everything. This might not be the perfect run to show it off because I forgot about the Benthans. They're gonna kind of throw off everything, aren't they? I should do this in some other run that doesn't have the whatchamacallits, another helper like the Benthans or something. But anyway, okay, let's destroy this set and then I'm going to pull back out and wait for the timer. So what I'm going to do is pause the video and I'll come back when we get another round and the timer is ready to go. And welcome back, everybody. I have literally been sitting here in this same Argala run for 15 minutes. Let me tell you guys, the wait time waiting for 15 minutes for this to cool down was excruciating. You definitely would have been done with this particular patrol way before 15 minutes. So really you only get like one use out of your distress call. Let's fly back into the fray. I had to fly all the way to the edge of the map to get away from the enemy. They kept following me. But I flew all the way to the edge of the map, so they should all still be there. The Benton followed me, so this whole group should still be here, hopefully. It looks like one ship. That's just great. It's a carrier, but it's one. The other ships must still be way back over there. Poopy pants. Let me do this, though. Let me get rid of the carrier, and I want to get a whole group of ships. Let's see if we can go find the group of ships. I'll let them deal with that raider. There they are. They're way over here. Nope, that's just another one more ship. What the heck? The whole Kazon group just decided to, like, disband. Oh well, we'll just go ahead and use the, because I don't want to wait. Have to go through a whole nother thing. Let's just use it on here and see what happens. What? But wait a minute. No, I can't do that. They're going to destroy the ship too fast. Okay, hold on one second, guys. My plans are not going well. There's the group way over there. Okay, let's just fire it off. I'm tired of waiting. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Stop me firing and go. Ooh, it has a new visual. I like that. We got an Ajax class escort. Ooh, cool. Well, we got an Icarus class escort. What else did we get? A Mercury class escort. So it looks like... Oh, look what they're doing. They can do abilities. Look, ooh, pretty! Fire! Yes! Oh, you just missed all the ships, but cool! And they're about to disappear, or they just disappeared. That was cool, so they can do exotic abilities, guys. And so it looks like they are pilot escorts, the new pilot ships. Now another 15-minute cooldown. Okay, let's get out of here. Talk a little bit about that. So it looked like they were the new pilot escorts, the new pilot ships. And it looks like they can do exotic abilities. Very cool. So I'm guessing auxiliary power might help their powers better as well. It was a cool... I've never seen whatever ability that was with the igniting the fire thing. But... that looks like an ability that would be boosted by auxiliary power. I'm just guessing. I don't have proof of that yet, but it makes logical sense unless I'm just wrong. But what I'm going to do now is, because I didn't quite go as I planned, and I do want to kind of show them off better without having the Benthans interfere or something, I'm going to go do this again in another patrol somewhere, maybe a Romulan patrol where there's no one helping you. I'm just going to have to wait for the cooldown again. So what I'll do is, again, I'll pause this video, and once the 15 minutes are up, we'll go do it again. This time we'll just do the Delta one, because I think everyone's pretty familiar with how the Nimbus one works. Pretty clear on that one. So we'll just do... where should we go? Let's go to the Beta Quadrant. And we'll do something. Let's see... I know what might be good. We're very close right here. Japori or Karaya. Both of those are good. Let's do Japori. It's very close by. But I do need to wait 15 or 13 minutes now before I can use Delta Alliance again. So what I'll do is I will cut back when that has cooled down. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back everybody. My thingy has finally cooled down. So let's enter Japori and get our Delta Alliance Distress Call on. This time I'm going to buff Auxiliary just to see what happens. So let's go, and I'm not even going to bother taking out this first group. I'm gonna fire on the destroyer. Oh crap, look at that. The Enterprise came to help me. Just when I didn't want somebody to help me, here comes somebody to help me. I just can't win, guys. I can't win. Alright, here goes. There, 103 Auxiliary. Now let's see this thing work. Yep, it can do a gravity well. That's what I was thinking and hoping for. Or maybe the Enterprise did it. Nope, the Enterprise probably did it. That's why I didn't want someone to help me. I wanted to see what would happen on its own. They did that thing again, but they didn't do it near the enemy. Wow, 103 hull strength. 103,000 hull strength. Did you guys see that? Wow. Okay, let's get out of here. So 103,000 hull strength on one of those escorts from the Delta thing. Is that because I buffed Auxiliary, or is that just how it is natively? I'm going to have to play around a bit more with it and see what happens. It's got such a long cooldown time, and it only lasts for 35 seconds. You can only do so much to play around with it. And this is my first time using it, so I'll use it more and see its abilities and everything. I think it was the Enterprise that did that gravity well, because that's one thing the Enterprise does when it comes to help you. That's why I didn't want help. I wanted to try it on my own and have the thing work. Every time I come into one of these things, when I don't want help, the Enterprise shows up. When I do want help, it doesn't show up. Okay, well, anyway, I will do some more runs of this, you know, later on my own and see what I come up with. If I find out anything more interesting about it, I will post in an update video all that information about what I've learned from it. But of course, I know you guys are probably using it too, so you'll see those things as well. Just remember to go to right now, featured episode Broken Circle, play it, and get your Delta Alliance Reinforcement Beacon. I think I prefer that over the Nimbus one. I think I'll be using it from now on, obviously. So very cool, at least on this character, because this character build is built to actually support those features of that distress call. Also, one other thing I want to give a shout out to. I said I would, so I'm going to. At the Hamster, you know who you are. I have this brand new shiny Console Science Exotic Particle Field Exciter Mark 14 Resol. Plus 25 kinetic damage resistance, plus 25 all energy damage resistance rating, plus 37 exotic damage, plus 25% maximum shield capacity, and when shield is healed, applied a field exciter for 15 seconds, plus 10 weapon power. Effect can occur once every 30 seconds. A heck of a science console indeed. I don't even know where I don't even have space for it. I've got this one on right now, which is also improving exotic damage and plasma based exotic damage, but I like all my science consoles. I don't know what I'm going to replace or where I'm going to put it yet, but I know I'm going to try it out anyway. I guess replace that one, I don't know, and try it out. There's not enough science console slots. All of a sudden now I want 6 science console slots. Well, anyway, I'm definitely going to use that console and see how that works in the future as well. So that's a cool little science console there. Okay, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Drop a comment, let me know what you think of the new Delta Alliance Reinforcements Beacon. Is it a good reward? Do you guys use those beacons, either that one or the Nimbus one, and which one do you prefer? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.